Hi everyone, and welcome to my first episode of Tech Tip Tuesday, which is where I attempt to prove that creative writing and technology aren't mutually exclusive. Dark mode is all the rage at the moment, and a lot of software isn't up to the task. But there is one piece of writing software where you can fake it until they make it, and that's Scrivener. This is the writing software that I use for most of my work. And it's what you saw when I was doing the Fiction Friday last week. You may have noticed then that I have a blue background on my screen, but it's not restricted to blue. In fact, it starts off with a white background, and you can change it to almost anything that you want. This is how you do it. First, click on the Tools menu and select Options. Over on the left of the screen, you'll see a list where there's an option called Appearance. And if you click on that, you'll get another screen up which shows a section that says Colours. In the box there are expandable lists for all the things that you can change the colour of. We're just going to focus on 3, but you can change any of the others afterwards if you want. First, under General, if you expand that list, you'll see something called Binder. Now the Binder is the left-hand sidebar in the app where you can see all the folders and documents that you have. To the right of the box with the list, there's a little block of colour. If you click on that, it'll open up into the colour palette, and you just select the black option and click OK. When you've done that, go down to the next section in the colour box that says Editor and select Page. This is the page that you actually type into on the screen. Do exactly the same thing. Click on the little colour block and change it to black. And the last thing we need to do is change the text. And just above where you see Page, you'll see the word Text. Click on that, click on the colour block, and change it to white. And now the only thing left to do is to click Apply, which is in the bottom right-hand corner of the pop-up. Et voila! A dark screen. And if you start to type, you'll see that you have white text. It's easy when you know how. All this talk of dark mode reminds me of when computers first became widely used by the general public. Yes, I'm that old. Back then, the screens were black, and you had this lovely green text on them. Anyone else remember Multimate? Of course, then, we all wanted to get rid of the black screens and couldn't wait for it just to be a normal white page. I guess what comes around goes around. Personally, I don't find white text on black very restive for my eyes, which is why I use the blue. Blue is a more restful colour. But each to their own. So that's all for today. I hope you'll join me again next week for Tech Tip Tuesday. And if you like fiction, why not check out my stories that I'm posting on Fridays. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy writing!